Gentlemen, welcome to episode 32 of Speak On It, the Magic Johnson episode, the Jim Brown episode, the Julius Irvin episode, the OJ Simpson episode,
Did
the
we say the
Karl Malone episode. Say what?
Shaquille O'Neal?
Shaquille O'Neal episode in Phoenix. Look at you. You got the juice. I'm your host, Danny Ocean, as always, joined by the smoothest man on the planet, Losdeemix. How you living, baby?
Hey, man, you already know when you see this Nas fade, it could only be one brother, the good brother, Losdeemix. It's a beautiful day to be back here with the people. Hey, man, 37 seconds. They left that man. Go ahead.
No, you got it.
I was going to say, they left that man 37 seconds. Hey, Mahomes had more than that. So I'm gonna just get that out the way now. I'm gonna let y'all know now. Mahomes had longer than that.
Oh, before we get into that, as always, this show is brought to you by goingfor2.com. Head over to goingfor2.com for all your fantasy needs. Oh, Mahomes slander, and we're a minute and 23 seconds in.
Nah, I'm not. That's not slander. I love me some Mahomes. I'm not. Look, man, you know me. I love me some Patty Mahomes, man. I ain't got no beef with Patty Mahomes. I'm just saying, I just got to remind people of who that dude is, who the GOAT is, because I be hearing a lot of this GOAT talking, rightfully so. I mean, because Brady and all that, but stop playing. When we talking about the greatest of all time. Come on, man. Stop playing with him.
Stop playing with him.
Stop playing with him. How you been, man? How you been? How have you been over the last about 22 hours?
Oh, what happened? Did I miss something?
Brother, the Philadelphia Eagles played last night, and I was looking on my timeline, and I saw you on it. So we got to,
those weren't my Philadelphia Eagles. That was the Eagles JV team.
Come on, we can go back a couple episodes and we can start talking about that record that you have that you gave that team. How many wins did you give them?
I don't remember. I don't have it off the top of my head. I think it was like 9 or 10. Mm-hmm. I did say though that the first half of our schedule is very hard, and that San Francisco game is going to come back to haunt us because we should be 1-2. We should be 2-1 right now.
Here we go.
We should beat San Francisco.
Okay, revisionist history.
I'm just saying. I did say that these next 4 games, when we talked, I said it's the Chiefs, and then it is Carolina, Tampa Bay, Las Vegas. I said that's going to be the tough stretch of our schedule, and we can lose all 4 of those games very easily. But we should not have lost like that last night. That was an embarrassment.
Some may say that the Philadelphia Eagles are who we thought they were.
I don't know who they are, but I know that last night should not have been that much of a shellacking. Zeke should not have ran it down our throat like that.
Yo, pause.
Zeke should not be able to run the ball.
What we talking about today? What are we talking about today? I'm ready to pod today.
All right. So we're talking about Ben Simmons. We're talking about NBA Media Day. We're talking about NFL Week 3. I know you're going to pop off a little bit more about your boy, Aaron Rodgers. The ACC, they some booty. I know we gotta talk about that. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about.
All right, well, let's hop in it. Let's start with our basketball. Let's start with some basketball. So the NBA drama in Philly, it lives on. Reportedly, the Sixers, who are actively trying to fix things with their star point guard, Ben Simmons, reportedly, they had some teammates try to fly out to LA to meet with Simmons about the upcoming season. My boy, Ben Simmons, just left him on red, said, nah, fam, we ain't getting the meeting. So, Danny Ocean, is this a sign of the end of the Ben Simmons in Philly era?
Yes, Ben Simmons was gone the moment Joel Embiid threw that man under the bus against the Falcons. Like, this isn't anything new. If anything, I respect Ben Simmons for taking this stance, right? Because for me, this started when they tried to trade for James Harden and his name ended in trade talks. And now Ben Simmons is making them stick to that. Oh, you wanted to trade me? trade me. What you gonna do? So shout out to Ben for not folding and saying, hey man, you don't want me, then I don't want to be here.
I'm with you. I think this is the beginning of the end of the Ben Simmons and Philly era. First, and real quick, shout out to Kyle. Always, what's up, Kyle? But I think this is the end of the Ben Simmons and Philly era. But I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna take it a step further to build off of your point. Not only did they try to trade him for James Harden, who, come on now, that's James Harden. That's James Harden, respectfully speaking. But the Atlanta loss, they was throwing this man, they was throwing him underneath of the bus. They was like, nah, this is all this motherfucker's fault. It's all Ben Simmons' fault. It ain't no one else's. It's all Ben Simmons' fault. He should have shot the ball, yada yada. So now they're realizing that they didn't tank some of his own trade value. Now they're trying to walk back some of these stances. And Ben was like, no, I'm gonna need y'all to keep that energy. I'm gonna need y'all to make the apology as loud as the disrespect. And even when you do, I still don't want to be here. It's spooky. It's looking spooky for Ben Simmons in Philly. Let me ask you something. Do you think he is handling this situation right? Like, as an employee for an employer, do you think he is handling this situation right?
Yes and no, right? Like, yes, in the fact that he's listening to Rich Paul probably, and Rich Paul does not miss. At the same time, this situation would resolve itself a lot faster if he showed up to training camp and just played good soldier, right? Because now teams don't want to bring him on. His, like you said, his value's down. He's not following along. Even if he was at practice, teams say, well, he's at least willing to cooperate. Like, this line in the sand, I'm not coming. Again, advice from Rich Paul, probably, which is correct because Rich Paul does not miss. But Ben must be willing to lose a lot of money. And it looks like he is. He looks like, hey, man,
he got the big deal. He got the big deal.
You
know, he got him like a Kardashian girlfriend that, my man got paid. My man got some money. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to Ben Simmons.
Kardashian girlfriend. She over with Devin Booker right now.
Well, I don't want. Hey, that's women's business. What Offset say? Offset said when it come to women's business, that should be men should stay out of women's business. And you know what? I'm gonna stay out of women's business. Women's business.
That's a smart move.
Okay, so I think he is handling it right because they made it so public that they didn't want him to be there, and now they're trying to walk back the statement to save face. I think he's handling it the right way because it's like, I had my flaws, but it ain't only my fault that we can't get over the hump. Like, this is a team thing. I thought we were supposed to stick with it together. We got some pieces. We just got to get there. But y'all want to be all loud with it's Ben Simmons' fault. Now, granted, was it Ben Simmons' fault at the end of the day? He played a large portion of it, but there are 4 other people on the court with him. There were 8 other people who played in the game with him, or 9, 10, 11, however many played in the game with him. We can't only blame Ben Simmons. So I think he's handling it right. And sometimes, hey, man, when your employer don't want you, stick it to them because they don't want you to be there. Fine. Now who need who?
And also at the same time, I think Daryl Moore is going to have to swallow the pill and say, I'm not going to get what I want in return for Ben Simmons. Like, you're not going to get Dame Lillard unless you're willing to play this out for a couple months. We talking about Thanksgiving and the Portland gets off to a rough start, sure, but who's going to blink first, right? Who do you think is going to blink first?
I think they're probably going to try to. I think they're going to try to trade if say like a Portland. I think they might try to do like a CJ McCollum type trade. But
do you think CJ McCollum puts them over the top on the East though? And Kyle, please explain to me how Ben Simmons is dirty. I'm very interested to hear this.
I was curious to hear it too. No, I don't know if Portland even does that deal.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's hard to say because you don't really know where he's going to end up, and until then it's kind of like you're just speculating. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, if you would have told me James Harden, the package to get James Harden would be that, I wouldn't have believed you.
I really want to know what Daryl Morey thought because okay, that's all it takes to get James. Bye, Ben. Have fun in Houston. Oh, who's Ben Simmons nut punching and choking? Kyle? It goes back to the
Yo, wait a minute.
Raptors.
Yo, wasn't there a game where somebody was fighting and someone did Ben Simmons have like Karl Anthony Towns in like in the chokehold, or am I crazy? Oh
I
man, it
remember
was a
someone
game.
choking Karl Anthony Towns out. I don't know if it was Ben
Yeah, I'm
Simmons.
trying to think. Was that Ben Simmons?
Yo, poor Cat. I feel like Cat's kind of the dude to steal
The
on.
choke. I'm
Yes, it
telling you,
was.
that might have been Ben Simmons.
Research has confirmed the chokehold on Cat.
Hey man,
Okay.
yo, Kyle, you might be on to something. I'm not gonna say you right, but I'm not gonna say you wrong.
I mean, I'm trying to think of someone who's dirtier than Ben Simmons now. Who's
Streets
dirty?
may say Grayson Allen.
Yeah, Streets and Patrick Beverly. Pat Bev
Hey,
dirty.
Pat Bev be fooling y'all, man. He used to be running around out there.
Yo, Pat Bev really, he dove at Westbrook's knee that year. That Thunder team was going to the finals. And then Russ tore his MCL, or he missed the rest of the playoffs because Pat Bev dove for his knee going for a loose ball.
I don't remember that.
Kelly Olynyk.
Kelly
Olynyk ripped Kevin Love's shoulder out that year. Remember when the Cavs made it to the finals? It was just LeBron.
Yeah, that
Kelly
was
Olynyk.
Kelly Olynyk. Oh man, Kyle, you might have started something, man. I gotta think.
Man, I'm trying to think who else is dirty. I think that might be Grayson Allen. He's kind of calmed down in Memphis because they stabbed him out there.
What teams were interested in making that Ben Simmons trade again?
I know they offered him for James Harden. The other team right now, I think Cleveland might be interested.
For what?
Interested
Colin Sexton?
So clearly Cleveland is just trying to get butts in the building. It doesn't matter. They talking about maybe they'd probably trade for Kyrie Irving right now if they could.
I don't think the Nets do that deal.
What?
I don't think the Nets do that Colin Sexton for Kyrie Irving trade.
The way Kyrie acting right now, he might be able to get traded for some olive oil.
We're gonna talk about it later. We're
gonna get back to that.
We're gonna get back to it. All right, well,
Kelly Olynyk.
Canadian Kelly.
Yes,
Olynyk.
that Kelly Olynyk.
Kyle says he's so nice though.
Ask Kevin Love how nice Kelly Olynyk is, Kyle.
Mm.
That's too many K's in one sentence. We got to space that out.
Yeah, we got to space that one out. We're moving along. Let's talk a little NFL, man. You know what time it is. So a third week in the NFL season continues, and after a weekend of great games, Danny Ocean, I want to ask you, who do you think had the most impressive win in week 3?
So I had a tie between the Chargers, of course, and the Buffalo Bills. The way they demolished that Washington defense, the streets was telling me they was a 2000 Ravens. Like, they were supposed to be changing the game. And Josh Allen said, who is a Chase Young to me?
Josh Allen called fraudulent, you said?
Josh Allen said, get these boys off my field. Y'all go home early. I'll send it. Have a good one.
Go home early. Tell them to go home early. Tell me what if you had to choose one between the Chargers and the Bills, who do you think had a little bit more of an impressive win?
Chargers. That was a divisional game in Kansas City. Like, that was a coming of age moment for Justin Herbert. Even though the clock management at the end of the game was terrible, luckily they didn't have to pay the price by the Chargers.
I've been seeing a lot of interesting clock management. Do you think that's because it's early in the season?
I don't know, but I know you don't give Patrick Mahomes the ball back when you can bleed it out and kick the game-winning field goal.
Or do you leave it? Do you say I'd rather put this game in the hands of my quarterback who's dealing it versus a potential botch on a kick?
I would take. This is what you do. You run the clock out to a third down, take that last time out, you bring the field goal unit out. So if it is a botch kick, you fall on it, and you have fourth down to re-kick. Like, there are very few quarterbacks on this earth I'd give the ball back to with that much time. Like, it's your boy Aaron, Pat, Tom, Russell.
But the thing is, when you score a touchdown, though, that puts the pressure on. They have to score a touchdown. But
they wouldn't even see the ball again if they played that right. Like, Patrick would never even have the opportunity.
I mean, I see both. It's more of a, more aggressive versus more conservative, playing it safe. I'm always going to go on the side of aggressive because, hey, let's just in that situation, right? They're basically saying, yo, We score a touchdown. Y'all joke is if y'all want to win matches touchdown for touchdown, let's dice it up. Let's dice it up. You could get down to the dang 10-yard line, think you got a chip shot field goal. Someone blocks it, returns it for a touchdown, completely misses it. I mean, like you can. Then if you miss it, you got to go into overtime, and then you don't know if you're going to get the ball back because say Patrick Mahomes gets the toss, they go down and score a touchdown. Now it's over.
That's fair, and those are good points. I just know there's something about handing Patrick Mahomes the ball back with over 15 seconds that just doesn't make me feel right.
But hey, man, if he can, but that's just basically saying, yo, if you can score a touchdown in 15 seconds, I mean, we deserve to go to OT. Versus,
San Francisco said that on Sunday night. What happened to them?
They lost. But that's the risk you play.
Some people you don't get a rock to.
Or no. Sometimes you just always go for the touchdown. That San Francisco tied it up. Yeah. They were aggressive trying to go for the touchdown. It puts the ball in a different court when versus a tie game versus a field goal game versus like when you have to go down there and score 6. It's hard on an NFL defense that knows the situation, the downs. But I hear you though. It's just situational. Depends on the
What about you?
I think my most impressive wins. This is gonna sound a little interesting. I like the Raiders win and at home against the Dolphins. I like the Cardinals come from behind win against the Jags. I thought that was I thought the game could go either way. I thought when the Jags scored the touchdown to go up 19-17, I was like, this is probably when they're going to start bleeding out the clock. But man, rookie QBs making some rookie mistakes, and that they just capitalized on their defense and help shut it away. Obviously, I need a little bit more DeAndre Hopkins for my fantasy team, but that league still pulled it out. But and then the Raiders. I mean, that was a game where like they were trying to lose. They were trying to lose on purpose. But they somehow pulled out a squeaky win, and those are that's why I was kind of saying, earlier you got to be aggressive. I think a little bit more aggressive play calling there may have helped the Dolphins. Well, they both had the ball and they were both able to get a field goal, but you're playing in overtime. But either way, I think the Raiders starting out 3-0 is big for them. I'm curious to see. That's both West divisions, both AFC and NFC, they look interesting. They look interesting.
Let me ask you a question real quick. Are you afraid? How worried are you for Trevor Lawrence?
Oh man, is his coach going to be there by week 12? Yo, like I might be on your.
Are you coming over? Are you coming over?
Look, you may have fully convinced me. I think we're looking at the new head coach of Southern Cal and Urban Meyer. Like this is getting ridiculous. I think I read somewhere that he's been maybe coaching those grown men like college kids.
Sounds right.
I think I also read somewhere that not everyone's buying into that system and they're having some trouble. And
did you hear that quote about Alabama he put out in these streets?
Yeah, it's like playing Alabama every week. Like, yo.
That's when I go to the Pac-12.
That's when I was like, nah, this is I see what's going on here. Like I definitely
can't wait to look at the schedule and see Arizona State, UCLA, and then Stanford. Oh, he can't wait.
Yeah, I'm on the bandwagon now. I think Urban is a clock waiting to happen. I need to see who the offensive and defensive coordinators are because they might be taking over soon.
Your trial is coming.
Yeah, because it is getting spooky. Yeah, I wonder why Jacksonville went with Urban Meyer for that hire.
Well, Urban Meyer is a great recruiter. I can completely see Urban walking in and talking to Khan and be like, "Hey, I'm your dude." Like I can see that. That's easy to imagine.
Interesting. Are there any NFL storylines you think people should be talking about more after this third week?
The Denver Broncos are fun, and so are the Carolina Panthers. Like, who would have thought? When I saw the schedule and I saw the Panthers, I was like, that's a dub. But Sam Darnold, who knows? You just have to get away from Adam Gase, and you look competent all of a sudden.
Where is Adam Gase right now, by the way?
Adam Gase is probably at a high school ruining some kid's career.
Okay. I like the Broncos. I like the Panthers. I like how they're starting off. I think something we need to be talking about more is those Cleveland Browns. They might be nice.
What did I tell you about them Cleveland Browns?
They might be nice. Kyle said that the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, made that hire to put butts in seats. That's it.
That's fair.
It's fair because Urban gonna sell some, you know. Yo, he might lose more regular season games this year than he did in all of his college career.
And that's what I'm telling you, man. He on the phone with SC right now. When is Jacksonville's bye week? I'm gonna put a date to this.
Oh, brother. Not a date. Not a date.
Yeah, we
gotta have like a week 7 bye.
Like a week 7? Let's see. Their bye is week 7, October 24th. I will say by Thanksgiving, Urban Meyer will be introduced as the head coach at SC.
Thanksgiving? Yo, Kyle, we gotta bookmark this. I'm gonna bookmark this because I think if Thanksgiving comes around and wait till they get to if they get to 0-6, I'm gonna start watching his actions on the sideline. I'm gonna start paying attention. I'm gonna start.
It's gonna be.
You see it?
Say what?
You see it? You see what I'm talking about?
He gonna be he gonna hit him a little cough, and then he gonna start grabbing his chest, and next thing you know.
No, brother.
Yeah.
Yo, speaking of the NFL, I think we all know the big game this week, the highly anticipated return of the second greatest quarterback, TB12, to New England Sunday night. The gist of this story is, outside of this being Brady's return, both of these teams got their asses kicked last week. Both of these teams got their asses kicked. So they both want to bounce back and get a win. Danny Ocean, how do you think Patriots fans are going to greet Tom Brady in his return?
Let me tell you something, Boston. If you do not stand and give that man the ovation he deserves, y'all don't deserve anything nice. Tom deserves. He won all. He turned y'all from the bottom feeders of the NFL to one of the most respected franchises ever. Like, as soon as his plane lands, y'all need to be on the tarmac.
Yo, thanking him. You said they need to be throwing ass at Tom from the jump as soon as he touched down. Okay.
As soon as he touched down.
Okay. As soon as he arrived in the building, they need to feel him.
Yeah, he needs to get the video package. He needs to get the halftime dedication.
You paying for any meals there?
Huh?
You paying for any meals there?
Hell no. He ain't paying for no meals there. Absolutely not.
Oh, man. Now I'm with you, yo. It'd be so weird to hear them at least before the game. Now after the game, you got to boo them because y'all are what, the Patriots are 1-2. Bucks are 2-1. Y'all both need a win here. Like, you don't want to go to 1-3, and you don't want, if you're the Bucks, you don't want to give too much ground to the Panthers this early in the season. So that y'all both need a win.
Yeah. After
the kickoff, hey, if you got to boo him, you got to boo him.
That's fair.
That's a good point, Kyle. They did go to 2 Super Bowls, but they lost both of them. Then Brady came and they took off. They only lost what, 2, 3?
Any NFC East team he played, he's lost. So 3, 2 to the Giants, 1 to Philadelphia.
Yeah. So, but he's 6-3.
He got 6 of them things.
6 of them things, man.
5 in New England.
What? That's why he's the most accomplished player ever. I'm not going to say he's the greatest quarterback, but you can't argue with he's just the most accomplished. Him and Charles Haley?
6 of them things.
Yeah. No, he got more than Charles Haley. Now he got 7.
Wait, Tom has 6, right?
Charles Haley he got 6 with the Patriots, 1 with the Bucks. He got 7 total.
Oh yeah, you're right. He does have 7. You're right.
So Charles Haley only had 6?
I think so.
Yeah, he's the most accomplished player ever. That's really amazing when you think about it. 7 of them things.
7. He's 44. Charles Haley does have 5.
That means he's been part of 7 of the best teams ever.
7. Kyle coming with a straight heat tonight.
He coming with the research. Shout out Kyle.
Shout out to Kyle.
Do you think the Patriots are going to pull off the upset against the defending Super Bowl champions?
Hell no. This
You don't
shouldn't
think
be
so?
Sunday night. I understand why it's Sunday night football. This should probably be America's game of the week or the 405, 425 game because they're a lot more interesting. Like, I don't want to watch Tampa Bay beat the hell out of New England Sunday night for 3 hours. That game's not going to be interesting at all.
But what if Bill game plans well and they give him a fighting chance?
Do you trust Mac Jones? Because I've seen nothing from Mac Jones that makes me say why they should have cut Cam Newton.
Well, apparently, according to the numbers, they say the Bucks' passing defense has been a little soft. They had some injuries in the DB area, so if the Patriots are able, if they got some playmakers that are able to get open,
Yeah, Kyle. It's gonna
Kyle
be like
said
the Eagles game last
end
night.
the night at halftime and go to bed early. That's the vibe we feeling, Kyle.
That sounds like the Eagles game last night.
Oh my god, yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. When it's NFC East matchup, I like to stay and watch it because usually it's a whole bunch of stinky football. And I thought that's where we were going after when it was 7-7. I said, "Oh dear Lord, this is about to be one of those type of games." Boy, the Cowboys done proved me wrong. They came out and smoked y'all.
Smoked.
I mean, come on, man. What are some of your observations watching your team?
Oh man, where do we start? We have a great punter, an elite punter. Javon Hargraves.
Hey, people out here, someone is down bad when the first thing they say about their team is we have an elite punter.
Elite.
I need y'all to hear. Do y'all hear how down bad this man is? Do y'all hear how down bad? Yo, we have an elite punter. That's where he wants to start. All right, I'm gonna let you.
Best punter in the league.
Shit off. I'm gonna let you shit off.
That's it. That's all I have. Javon Hargraves is minutes, and we got an elite punter. That's the only positive I took last night. Jalen looked terrible. Devontae tripping over the turf monster. Like Devontae let Diggs talk down to him like that. We
got to give a little bit more props to Trayvon Diggs because
I'm not. It's no disrespect to Diggs.
We watch Hard Knocks. My man was locking up Amari. If he can lock up Amari, he can lock up Smith out there.
Diggs felt so comfortable. He walked to Jalen's face and trash talked him, and no one came to fight for Jalen. Derek Barnett, bonehead penalty after bonehead penalty. He cost us the game last week against San Francisco with that unnecessary roughness. Jumping off sides this week, which led to a 3rd and 3, I think, which led to a Dallas touchdown because it was like 3rd and 8, jumps off sides, 3rd and 3. They convert, they go on to score. Not to say they wouldn't have scored anyway because they did whatever they want. I've never seen so many 2nd and 2s in my life.
Y'all was letting Zeke eat. Y'all made a whole lot of fantasy owners happy. They was probably on the edge of their seat thinking, yo, is Zeke gonna pull it off? And boy, did he.
Him and Tony Pollard.
It's spooky out here. It's spooky out here.
Spooky. It is dark.
Who y'all play next week?
Kansas City, dog.
And they fresh off a loss. Boy, they might throw a 50 on y'all.
Dog. And if they win, it's gonna be Andy Reid's 100th victory. It's a wrap.
And it's in Philly?
It's a wrap. I ain't watching that.
Is that his first game back since being the Chiefs head coach?
It might be. I don't think so. He's been the Chiefs coach for a while, but I know if he wins,
he gonna come in there and give y'all a 50 burger on y'all's head.
He's gonna drop a 60 burger.
Yo, why the Niners leave that man 37 seconds?
I don't know. I was about to ask you that. Like, what were they thinking? Who did they not? Who they talking to?
They didn't ask Dallas. They didn't ask New York. They clearly ain't done their homework on who that man is.
Who is that man? Let the people know.
People, we're talking about the greatest quarterback ever to ever play football, Aaron Rodgers. I know everyone out here thought, yeah, he's distracting the team. I heard y'all after week 1, and I heard y'all after week 2.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just the Lions. They ain't nobody. What y'all saying now? What y'all saying now after week 3? Now we didn't beat a pretty good 49ers team. They might have some injuries. They may be figuring some things out, but that's not a bad football team.
No.
Not what y'all saying.
What they saying?
He a distraction now? He don't
know.
care? He not locked in? Did y'all see that man when that game-winning kick was going in? Jumping like a kid in a candy store. Like a virgin who just lost on the first night.
All right.
Come on, man.
I was with you.
Come on, man. Stop playing with my GOAT. Y'all need to stop playing with Aaron Rodgers. Now, I'm not going to say we're going to win every single game on the schedule, but I'm going to say, damn it, this team's locked in, baby. And we got one goal in mind, and that's to get to the damn Super Bowl and win it. Stop playing with us and stop playing with this team. And that's all I got to say about that.
Oh, man, I thought you were going to bring more heat. I was just.
Nah.
It's only week 3.
We're on to Pittsburgh this week. On to Pittsburgh.
Oh, that's a dub. Go ahead.
Yo. I'm gonna ask you something speaking of the AFC North, before we get into Pittsburgh, was Justin Tucker's kick like the most hyped NFL kick you ever watched?
So
I was jumping up and down.
I am in the small minority that kick should not have happened because the play before was a delay of game.
Oh, I saw the delay of game. It was clear as day.
It should have been a 71-yard Hail Mary.
Yeah, I know. I saw the delay of game clear as day. But you know what?
It was a great kick, though. Like when it hit the crossbar, that is the equivalent of Kawhi's Game 7 shot against Philadelphia. Hello, Kyle. Yes, that is a reference to when the Raptors won the championship.
Hey, Kyle, he hit you with he got to show love. He hit you with the Raptors love, of course. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. So yeah, I saw the delay of game. I said, okay, so we're not going to call that. Whatever, run the play. You know that delay game called subjective. They'll give you a few
because that's what cost Philadelphia last week too. But go on.
But they'll give you. The thing is, they'll give you a few seconds. They'll give you a few seconds.
Yeah, they'll give you a couple seconds.
Kyle, I do remember that 50-yarder, the 52-yarder beat Dallas. One of my favorite plays ever.
Oh, that's one of my favorite plays.
Boy, it took the souls out of them. Pause. Yeah, so they get to play. They run the kicker out there, and this was kid you not, like 20 minutes after I just pray to try a 60-yarder and then get ran back. So I'm sitting here like, man, can he make this? It's Justin Tucker though. He can make it. So they line it up and he kicks. As soon as he kicks, I just stand up and I'm just watching it. And it was like that thing was, yo, you realize how long that kick is because you're just sitting there watching it travel. I'm like, yo, that thing is like going. Then I'm like, as it gets closer to the crossbar, I'm like inching closer to the TV and it hits the crossbar, and I'm like, oh. As soon as it goes over, yo, I start jumping. It went in. I had Justin Tucker in the fantasy league, but I'm sitting here like, okay. But I'm sitting here like, no fucking way, it went in. Because like, come on, someone kicks one from that long, you're like, come on, dog. Yeah. Like,
but it's Justin Tucker.
It's Justin Tucker.
Yo, so it's funny. I had a conversation.
Go ahead.
Say what?
No, go ahead.
Is Justin Tucker the second best kicker of all time?
Behind who? Vinatieri?
Yeah.
You can make the argument. Justin Tucker might make the argument he's the greatest of all time, though.
I don't know. Vinatieri's leg has won Super Bowls.
Well, I mean, he's a kicker.
We can only put Super Bowls in New England.
We can only put so much. Yo, is this the first time we've ever gotten some fantasy advice in the chat?
I think so. So the question is, should I do this? I get Godwin and Kenny Galladay if I give up DJ Moore. My wideouts right now are Hill.
If that's all you got to give up, I'd do it.
Yeah, for real. I mean, I have DJ Moore fantasy. If I get Godwin, Kenny Galladay to match with Tyreek Hill, before they change their mind.
Yo, before we get back to Justin Tucker, I have a quick fantasy question. It's speaking of trades, right?
Right.
So right now, I have this team with Antonio Gibson and DeAndre Swift. And my wide receivers are Devontae and Terry McLaurin. And I'm looking for another flex, like another good flex. Mm-hmm. So I tell you my running backs to tell you that this other team has been trying to trade for Antonio Gibson. So earlier today, they were like Antonio Gibson for Keenan Allen straight up. Do I take that?
I don't know. Like Washington uses Keenan Allen. I mean, not Washington. Washington uses Antonio Gibson in so many different ways, right? Like in not San Diego, LA, like we see Justin Herbert is kind of falling in love with Mike Williams. Like when it comes to like the touchdowns and the yards, like Keenan Allen is still there, but like Mike Williams is second in the league in receiving yards, right? Like Mike Williams is turning to that boy from Clemson.
Someone asked for my full RB roster. So here are my running backs: Antonio Gibson, DeAndre Swift, Kenyon Drake, Sony Michel. It's spooky. And Michael Carter from the Jets.
No, you never draft a Jets player.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a follow-up question. Keep going. My bad.
So their running backs are Mike Davis, Christian McCaffrey, J.D. McKissick, Ronald Jones. Now, earlier they tried to do a 2-for-2 offer. It was Kittle and Mike Davis for Gibson and my tight end, which is Dallas Goedert. I said I said yes, I do that deal.
Oh, wait, you're getting Kittle?
I'm getting Kittle and Mike Davis. Yes. And I'm trading away Gibson and Goddard. Then they reneged on the deal.
Oh, boo. Never do business with them again. So, is this our league? Is this your league that I'm in?
No, it's a different league. So then the question was, what does it take to get Gibson?
And who does this person have?
For running backs, they got Mike Davis, J.D. McKissick, Christian McCaffrey. For wideouts, they got Keenan Allen, Tyler Boyd, Deontay Johnson, AB.
So maybe Tyler.
And their tight end is George Kittle.
We got to find a way to pry Kittle. What would you take, Kittle and Allen? I know you're weak at running back, but
Kittle and Allen for Gibson.
Huh? Yeah, Gibson and Kittle for Gibson. Do you think they'd go for that?
Wait, you say Kittle and Allen for Gibson?
Yes.
Is that I mean, I would do that offer in all seriousness, but I don't know if they would do that offer.
I mean, he tried to rip you off. Or not rip you off. He reneged on the deal. And, all he can say is no.
Okay. Well, I'll keep you updated on that. I'll try Kittle and Allen for Gibson. What was the follow-up question from my man?
Right here. It looks like Cal in the second tick extra are going back and forth with fantasy advice.
So his original question was Galladay.
Let me find
Galladay and
this is the original question.
The original question was Godwin and Kenny G for DJ Moore. We said yeah. And what was his follow-up question?
Follow-up question is also a different trade. I get Taylor and Slayton. I have to give up Carr and Jay
Robinson, and I got Pat and Herbert.
Oh yeah, I'd do that deal. Like
I'd do that deal. What did Kyle say? I wouldn't do it. I'd rather have the RB Gibson than Allen.
He was referencing you on that one.
Oh, Kyle, what do you think? What deal you think I should do, Kyle? What deal you think I should do? Danny Ocean is saying Kittle and Allen for Gibson. I don't know, man. It's a hard one.
Oh wow, this is pretty cool. That's close. Saying, can you get a backup QB back? My question is, I'm sorry, someone explain. If he has Herbert and Pat, why would he need a backup QB?
Unless he trades
he can only start 2 quarterbacks. Oh, okay, I get it. But he has 3 right now, so he has to get rid of 1. I say do it. You got Justin Herbert and Patrick Mahomes. You can find a quarterback on the scrap heap for their bye weeks. They're gonna put up points.
Yeah. I'm skeptical about trying to trade for a Steelers player. That's why I don't really want their Deontay Johnson.
That's fair, because Big Ben, woo, he in the washing machine.
Okay, so let's say I offer Kittle and Allen for Gibson, and they come back and say no. What if I did Antonio Brown and Kittle for Gibson?
That makes me hesitant because you're weak at running back, right?
Yeah.
So if you're going to be really weak at run position, you'd be really strong in another position. I feel like if you had Allen and Kittle, you'll be strong at 2 positions to kind of mask being weak at running back.
Let's see.
Let me ask you a question. What's my man's name on the Eagles?
They have Jalen Hurts at QB.
No, I'm trying to think. It's Kenneth Gainwell.
Yo, somebody played Keenan Allen. Somebody played Gainwell against me this past week, and I don't even think they got a point.
Yeah, it's kind of boom or bust with Gainwell, but I know the Eagles have been using him a lot. They really like him.
All right. Well, what else? Yo, speaking of off the topic, back into college football or football and the college football. Can we agree? All right. Second take. My running backs were Swift from the Lions, Gibson. I have Kenyon Drake. I got Kenyon Drake, Michael Carter, and Sony Michel. But back to what I was saying. Yo, so can we agree that the ACC in college football is some ass this year? It's spooky.
It's very ass, except for Wake Forest. Like, isn't Wake Forest and Boston College? Like, those are your top two right now. Wake Forest and Boston College in their bandana-inspired uniforms. Have you seen those joints?
Oh, brother. You know what? Do you think we put a team in the playoff this year? Because I do not.
I doubt it.
So we're going to be representing the Orange Bowl.
But you know what? I'll never say never. Who knows? What if Wake Forest goes undefeated? Like, can you deny Wake Forest? Yeah, you can deny Wake Forest.
Yeah, you can deny. See? Because look, you know Cincinnati and Notre Dame play this year?
I do. They play in like 2 weeks, right?
That could be a playoff implication game right there.
Man, get Notre Dame out of here.
Yeah, nah, I don't want to see them. Like the thing is, Notre Dame is a good football team, and we know what's gonna happen to them. Like we know it ain't gonna make no sense. Yo, last thing for me. NBA training camps start this week. How are you feeling about your Mavericks?
I saw a picture of Luka. It looks like Luka's lost a little weight. He doesn't look like chunky Luka anymore. I'm excited.
Yo, they said the Lakers have some of the best title odds to win it all.
Yeah, that's until Dwight Howard catches the Rona and ruins y'all season.
He's not vaccinated, is he?
He is not. He talked about it today.
Yo, I really wish people would stop asking these people if they're vaccinated or not.
I think it's kind of funny.
I'm at a point it's like, yo, honestly, I don't care if you're vaccinated or not. Just when it comes time to play basketball, be able to play basketball.
Dog, Kyrie Irving might miss every home game this year because he is not vaccinated.
Kyle has a good point. So Kyle in the chat says he's hesitant to move away from Antonio Gibson for guys like Keenan Allen or George Kittle. He's saying that because he's a running back, pretty heavy guy, so that's his bias. I look at the running backs we have is Swift and Gibson, and our wide receivers are Devontae Adams and Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
We're weak at tight end. But like if we lose Gibson, we might be spooky at the running back position.
Well, Dallas Goedert isn't a bad tight end.
He's not.
Jalen just doesn't know how to throw him the ball.
We really need to get a solid flex. And right now, that's where my issue is. Robbie Anderson's having a slow start. And Kenny Galladay's god awful. Kenyon Drake's inconsistent. Emmanuel Sanders, he's gonna be hit or miss. He's not gonna do that every week. So
is there a way we can pry George Kittle to your flex? There we go. There we go, Kyle.
McLaurin and Goddard equals Kittle. They're gonna. I'm gonna look at that.
What if you did McLaurin and Goddard for Kittle and Allen?
The thing is, I think they're fishing after Gibson.
Well, they need to go. No, I'm not going to say that. Nope.
Honestly, I might start looking around at some other teams and see. Because they're fishing for Gibson, and I'm not giving that up.
I know someone in our league. I don't know his name. It was week 2, and he was all asking me for a trade. I was like, dog, I need to see more.
Probably Joe.
Yo, he was like,
Joe.
Who keeps saying step into my office?
Oh, Greg, my homie Greg.
Yeah, he keep. There's a while there. He was like, how do I get so and so? Like, no, you ain't getting nobody right now. I'm 2-1, and I'm only 2-1 because AJ Brown got hurt Sunday.
Oh, wow, did he really?
Yeah, AJ Brown left the game early, and Dalvin Cook didn't play Sunday either.
Damn,
I was down bad. I got slaughtered.
Yo, my team's not looking bad in that league, yo. That's all I'm gonna say. My team, it's starting off a little hot.
Cal is
McLaurin and Goddard equals Hawkinson and a good wide receiver. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's not. Yeah. Cal.
Honestly, I might use McLaurin to try to get a better wide receiver too.
I'm listening.
I'm gonna start looking at some. I'm gonna start looking at some leagues. I mean, some people, and I'm gonna keep y'all updated on this trade. So next time we talk, y'all have an update on what I decided to do for this trade.
I'm usually really hesitant to do trades because I always feel like I'm such a great. I know my team is great. Like my team in your league, when healthy, is the best team in that league.
That's wild. That's wild considering I'm undefeated.
Like I said, when healthy, right? Aaron Rodgers, Dalvin Cook, Chris Carson, Amari Cooper, Odell Beckham, Delaney Waller, and Noah Fant with AJ Brown on the bench because he hurt. Like that's the best team in the league.
Okay, people, I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm not even gonna say anything because my team's like undefeated and has the most points scored in the league.
So I said when healthy. Like there's a qualifier in there.
All right.
You know what happened? This happened to me last year. Like Dalvin Cook was hurt, and then he came back, and I went on a run.
Is Dalvin Cook? Is he playing this week?
Right now, he's questionable. He has sprained ankle.
Okay. All right. Hey man, you got anything else for the people?
No matter how heartbroken I was last night, it's still go Birds. And as of right now, if the season ended today, we'd have 3 top 10 picks. Let's get it. Mock draft season is here, baby. We here.
You are down. You are down terrible.
3 top 10 picks. Carson, keep doing your thing in Indy, baby. I appreciate you. Keep balling, my man.
Yo, go Pack Go. Shout out to Rodgers. Shout out to Kyle. Shout out to Second Take Extra. Appreciate y'all stopping by, showing love. Make sure y'all give us follows on our socials. You already know Losdeemix across all the socials, man. Next time y'all see me, I'll have the fade back. My barber, he had to reschedule.
One day you'll join the train. I ain't got to worry about that. It's cold though. Yeah, this is for all you people who have bald friends. Be mindful this time of year when you invite us places because the change in weather is very harmful to our heads. Or remind us to bring a hat. Like my wife reminds me to bring a hat now because it's getting cold outside. Be mindful. Also, to all my big brothers, my thick brothers, if she didn't want to sweat with you in July, don't let her come running to you now because she cold in September and October. Tell her talk to that skinny dude with that 6-pack. Let that 6-pack keep her warm. Because it won't be you. Respect yourself, King.
Done. I have no words. I ain't got no words, people. That's all for me.
Respect yourself, King.
I'm out.
Don't let her come running to you because you warm and cuddly. No, sir. You
hey, yo,
hang out with me in July. I was too big in July.
Nah,
you said, get up off me. It's too hot in July.
Around me.
She said, she said, you generate too much heat in July. She said, get up off me.
Man.
Tell her, go sleep on them washboard abs. It's like sleeping in a prison cell. Go have it.
Hey, yo, what's wrong with you, dog?
Hey, I'm just speaking for those who don't get hurt.
Nah, you can't. Nah, you over here talking about some warm and cuddly. Hey, yo, referee, stop the damn fight. Stop the damn fight.
Hey, yo, that's episode 32. I'm Danny Ocean. Losdeemix. Let's say goodbye to the people.
Don't leave them 37 seconds.
Don't leave them 30 seconds. Peace.
Peace.